Hello 7th standard students. In science, we are learning the lesson Health and Hygiene. In the previous video, we learned that how good habits helps us to lead our life healthy, and diseases or the abnormal conditions that are caused by the microorganisms like bacteria and virus. Then diseases are divided into two groups: communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Already we learnt that communicable diseases caused by bacteria, viruses. Today we are going to see about non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases do not spread from person to person. These diseases are mainly caused by other factors like pollution, lack of nutrients. These diseases never caused by microorganisms like bacteria, germs, and fungus and other living organisms. Some of the non-communicable diseases we are going to see now. Wearing out of body parts. These diseases mainly affects our body parts. Wearing out of body parts diseases are rheumatism. Rheumatism means it causes pains in the joints. Then heart attack, epileptic seizures. This epilepsy is a genetic disorder. Then stroke, migraine headache, cataract in the eyes, and cancer are caused by the wearing out of body parts. Then external harmful agents entering the body causes many diseases. External factors like dust, smoke, when they enters into our body, they causes allergies, asthma. Then snake bites makes our blood poisonous. Then it affects our nervous system. Then cough from smoking, stomach ulcer due to the alcoholism. Then lack of trace elements in the body. Lack of elements like iron, vitamins, minerals causes many diseases. Anemia is caused by due to iron deficiency. Night blindness caused by vitamin A deficiency. Then goiter and hypothyroidism are the diseases caused by malfunctioning of thyroid gland. Then malnutrition. Nutritious food is needed for a person to grow well. So all organisms need nutritious food to do their work and stay healthy. Many common sicknesses like headache, giddiness are caused by the malnutrition. Anemia. Anemia is caused by deficiency of iron. So it is caused by eating food with less iron content. Severe anemia in children may lead to hookworm infection, chronic diarrhea, and dysentery. Especially girls are affected by anemia. The government of Tamil Nadu provides iron folic tablets to all the girls in the schools of all areas every week. Here some of the signs of anemia. Pale or transparent skin. The inner surface of eyelids are pale. White fingernails. Then weakness and fatigue are the important signs of anemia. In severe cases, face and feet may be swollen. The heartbeat is rapid and with the shortness of breath. Children and women who eat mud are usually they are anemic. How to be treated? Anemia treated by food and by consuming pills. Nutritious food like moringa leaves, dates, liver, green leafy vegetables like beans, peas, lentils and green banana are consumed by the anemic patients. Then pills like cod liver oil tablets and ferrous sulfate tablets are used to cure anemia. Safety and first aid. What is first aid? First aid is the immediate treatment given to the victim of sudden illness before medical help is made available. So the first aid is the immediate treatment given to the person suffering from sudden illness or injury. First aid should be given before medical care is available. So the first aid is important to save the life, to prevent further bleeding and determine the condition of the patient, to relieve the pain, to provide a medical care available at the earliest. Burns. Burns can cause swelling, scarring and blistering. This burns leads to infections because they damage our skin protective layers. These protective layers are the protective barriers. This burns caused by heat, chemicals, electricity, sunlight or nuclear radiations. Mostly burns are caused by scalds, building fires, flammable liquids and gases. There are 3 types of burns according to degree of burning. The first degree of burn affects the outer layer. Normally, our skin protected by 3 layers of cells. Skin protects the internal parts of the body. It prevents the invasion of germs. So the first degree burn affects the outer layer, that is epidermis. Then second degree burn affects the epidermis and dermis. Dermis is the middle layer of the skin. Then third degree burn destructs the whole skin. So that there are 3 layers on the skin: epidermis, dermis and endodermis. First aid for burning. In case of minor burns, the affected area should be washed with the cold water. Then antiseptic cream should be applied on the affected part. The burnt area should be covered with a clean non-sticking cloth. For deep burns, send the patient to the hospital for further medical treatment. Cut and scratches. Cut and scratches are the areas of damage on the surface of the skin. A cut is a line of damage that can go through the skin and into the muscles, whereas scratch is surface damage that does not goes into the tissues. So the cuts and scratches may bleed or turn red. It becomes infected and leave scars. So first aid for cuts and scratches. For minor cuts, the affected area should be washed with cold water and cleaned with an antiseptic liquid. If the cut is deep, a clean cotton pad should be placed on the cut and pressed. If the person injured severely, he should be taken to a doctor immediately. Basic cleanliness and protection. The most important thing is to help anybody, but you must also protect yourself. HIV is the disease transmitted by the blood. So HIV and other bloodborne diseases, when you help someone who is bleeding, so we should wear gloves or a clean plastic bag on your hands. We should be very careful not to prick yourself with needles and any other sharp objects. So, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. So, the immediate care given to a patient before a medical person arrives, that is first aid. I hope you all understood about this health and hygiene lesson. Thank you, children.